Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz and I'm on a journey to lose up to 150 pounds. I'm also on a journey to lose $150,000 in debt, and it has been a hot minute since I've given you guys an update. I have been focused on some goals and some other stuff we'll get into in a little bit. But first, let me share an update with you. A surprise birthday party started in July 31st. Happy 40th birthday to me. My husband got some family and friends together for bowling out of town. It was great. We went to Bushkill Falls in the Poconos. That was wonderful. We could take the dog with us. It was a beautiful walk in nature. Lots of waterfalls. My favorite is waterfalls in nature. We took the hardest trail, but as strenuous as it was, we got through it. And it was a lot of fun. Here we are, the three of us. This month of August, during August, also ate a lot of really good food. Lots of different kinds of tacos, steak, avocado, a pho, of course, one of our favorites. I always get extra veggies, shrimp pho, and half the noodles. Trying to keep it low carb and just enjoying making the food, eating good food, and reminding myself how nutritious it is for my body. And of course, this steak was so sexy that I had to take several pictures of it. Oh my God, that steak was so good. My husband, well, obviously he's a chef. He cooks very well. Spending lots of time with my dog, drinking coffee outside on our porch, our patio, lots of walks with the dog, and she's just by my side. Even right now, she's by my side. I spent a lot of time going up to my cottage where my mom lives during the summer, hanging out with family, enjoying the views. These ducks still make me laugh when their butts go up when they're eating. I just can't get sick of that view. And then alas, it's August and time for school. All right, let's take a look at some of my Fitbit stats. First, we're going to start with steps. Let's go back to the beginning of August. Here's the end of July where you can see I really haven't been getting my steps in. August 3rd I did. I think that's the day we were hiking. A couple days where my Fitbit was charging, I put it on late or just didn't wear it. I did better the second week of August. That I believe was the week I was that was the week before my classroom. Here, the week of August 14th through the 20th, that's the week I was setting up my classroom before going back to work. Hit the goal one day, was close on other days. As you can see, this isn't something that I really work towards, and a lot of that is, which I'll get to in a little bit, as to why the step goal is kind of on the back burner. August 21st through the 27th, I did much better. This is the week that I went back to work. Just going to work, walking around my building a lot, will make it easier to hit my step goal. August 28th through September 3rd, that was also a work week for the most part. We had a half day, a couple days, and then I went away. I was traveling for a little bit, and then of course the last 2 days today so I'm still working on today. Yesterday I was traveling. On Sunday, Friday I was traveling. It was kind of a rainy weekend, so we didn't get out very much, but you can see that's where I'm at with steps. Maybe I'll do this shot for the month of September, and then here's the monthly shot of August. Close to my goal of 8,000. I'm not lowering that anymore. I already lowered it from 10K to 8K, so I just need to work a little bit harder there. Let's go to the next thing. Well, let's just look at flights of stairs. Here you can see back in school, I'm getting lots of steps, flights of stairs in. Next, let's look at sleep. My sleep has been more consistent now that I am back to school. We'll come back to exercise. Here's my heart rate, which is pretty dang good. We don't need to look at that. My weight on here is not updated, so don't worry about that. Logging water is something I started to do in August. Here it is. Some days I just completely forgot to log what I was drinking, but I promise you I've been drinking a lot of water. August is a very hot month, especially going back to work. My classroom was 98 degrees to 105 degrees most days, so I was drinking a lot of water. Okay, then let's go to activity minutes. Let me go back. Well, we'll just look here at the monthly view of August, and you can see that there are many days where I came close to the 30 minutes. Sorry, my cat is jumping over my dog in the background here. Hi, girls. Many days where I came close to my 30 minutes. Some days I went over. August was such a freaking hot month that, like, after working in my extremely hot classroom all day, I just felt like doing absolutely nothing. There's some days in there where I was not feeling so great after a procedure I had done. August was kind of a rough month in that way, but, you know, nothing I can't overcome. And I'm just going to keep working harder this month. Now, I don't have any activity minutes for this month as I was just gone away the last couple days and it was very stormy. So it was kind of difficult at my cottage to get that activity time in with the rain and being with my family, wanting to visit with them. So that was a little bit challenging to get in, but now I'm home and back to my routine. Let's just look at, what is this? Okay, they don't have a monthly view. This is exercise. So the goal is 3 days a week. Yeah, 3 days a week. So let me go back here. The first week of August, I hit 3 out of 3 days. It only shows 2 on here for some reason. Some of that other time might have been activity minutes where I just didn't press it on my Fitbit to log as activity, but it still counted as activity. I don't know. Sometimes it's weird like that. The next week, August 7th through the 13th, I definitely hit that goal. I went out for a bunch of walks on several days and then other activity. August 21st through the 27th, that's when I went back to work in my friggin' hot classroom. I guess the 14th through the 21st, there's nothing there either. That's the week I was working on my classroom and I was gone away. And then, of course, this week it shows that I had a bike ride on August 28th. Did I ride the bike? I must have ridden the bike at home or something. It wasn't 0.04 of a mile. I rode the bike for 35 minutes. What's interesting is shows me, oh boy, I should block this out. It shows my address. Has me riding my bike in my neighbor's house. Anyway, I don't know that this exercise tracker in the Fitbit app is that accurate. I'm actually just going to focus on these activity minutes because that is based on my heart rate. So whether I do an impromptu cardio session dancing around my kitchen while I'm cleaning, I might forget to record that as an activity or as an exercise, but if my heart rate is up high enough, it will record as activity minutes, and that's more important to me than recording this exercise. And also, sometimes I record the exercise in Alan's app, which I'll show you right here. Where is it here? Yeah, so it records in here. Anyway, that's that. Actually, I think he sent me a message, so I'm going to check that out in a second, but I'm not going to show that to you guys. Look, I have my positive affirmations as my wallpaper on my phone, just to read as a friendly reminder to keep the thoughts positive. And let's go back to some other updates. All right, let's take a look at some other statistics when it comes to my weight. I do track it in MyFitnessPal because that is what I have always used. Let's look at let's look at since starting weight because I believe that's going to be about the same. So here is the graph since my starting weight. But let's go back here. You can see April 16th, April 16th, 2012, I was 285 pounds. January 6th, 2013, I was 273 pounds. So was in the 270s last back in 2013. That is 9 years ago. So like when I was in 8th grade, I remember being about 210 pounds. When I was when I graduated high school, I remember being about the same, 210, 215-ish. When I first met my husband in my mid-20s, I believe I was somewhere around 225. But for the last decade, I have been well past that, and 285-ish over the last decade. And who knows when I shot up to 285. I do remember going from about 220, 225 when I first met my husband. Like a year or two later, I remember it creeping up to like 240. And then I got back down to 220. And then I do remember all of a sudden, and it seemed like in a year, I went from that to 280. And as you can see, I have been struggling with this since then. So I struggled with my weight before then and since then and my whole entire life. Anyway, the last time I was in the 270s was in 2013, almost a decade ago. For a decade, I've been carrying this weight around. Well, actually, my whole life. Oh, wait, I did get down into the 260s in 2013, 9 years ago, and then crept back up into the 70s. It looks like I hovered around the 270s for a good bit, the high 260s. And then, let's see here. I hit 279, 280s in 2015, and I hovered around 280 for a while for that year. At the end of that, I was up to 290. I hovered around 290, up and down, 280s, 290s, all of 2016, all of a good portion of 2017. Then I hit 299.8 in April 18th, 2017, about 5 years ago. And then I hit 300 pounds May 15th, 2017, about 5 years ago. Almost 6 years ago. And hovered around that for a very, very, very long time. Bouncing around, up and down, gaining and losing the same 10 pounds or so over and over and over again. Here's 2019. Oh my gosh, this 2019 feels like yesterday. Jeez. And then 302, July 29th, 2018. Bouncing around still. Then I did get down to 279.5 in October of 2019. And then, of course, 2020 happened. And yeah, I did get down in May of 2020 to 271.4. So from 2013 to 2020, that was 7 years before I was in the 270s. I am not close to that right now, but it's been a couple years. Then I went back up. I remember getting on this scale. This says 309, February 12th, 2021. I actually remember getting on a scale around that time, and I was up to 314 as the highest number I've ever seen on the scale. So bouncing around here again, losing a few pounds, gaining it back, losing a few pounds, gaining it back, up and down and up and down. 2000, where am I here? 2022, April 13th of this year, I was 293.4. Previously weighed in, not very often. I think I just was so freaking frustrated with myself and this whole process. I just said, F it. But then here it is. April of this year is 293.4, and I was bouncing up and down. July 1st, 300.8 pounds. And then you can see I steadily start to decline. August 31st, I was 289.9. Today, I'm 290.4. that half a pound difference I'm not concerned about at all. I was at my cottage this weekend. I balanced my diet, considering how much of a struggle, if it's always a struggle, and I normally would give myself a 0, I would give myself about a 7 out of 10 for this weekend. So it could have been better, but it could have been way worse. So that half a pound I'm not worried about. I'm home, I'm in my routine, I'm drinking my water, back to just cooking for myself instead of having other people cook for me or eating with my whole family in a special event. So we're back to life here. So let's just look for the last year. Here's what my weight looked like, up and down. The last 6 months, up and down. The last 3 months is kind of up and down, but a steady decline. So I'm happy about that. That's when the beginning of this summer, when I started getting more serious. 2 months ago is when I met Alan, and you can see I did have a bit of a spike. That was after my fertility treatment, medication change for fertility and that. And then that obviously came down and went lower. So I went from that 296 line. I went from the 292 up to the 296 line. That's when I had some medical stuff. And not only did I come back down to the 292, I surpassed that and lost more. So that's a win. Here's my progress in the last month. And you can see that go down. And then in the last week, well, obviously I had a gain while I was gone my little last summer trip of the summer, I guess I should say. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. And what's even more important is that my mind has shifted. My mind has shifted. My focus has shifted. The way that I'm thinking about weight loss right now has shifted. And I really have Alan to thank for that. He makes some really great points. He asks really good questions. And if you're all in, I mean, yeah, anyone that is thinking about working with him, I'm going to say go for it. It's well worth it. Okay, so where am I right now? I am still working on all this stuff. I just recorded most of that footage in the last couple of days. You can tell by the dates on everything. Where are we going here? So I am making my fertility, my health and my fertility number one priority for myself, which means my side hustles, my reselling, my Teachers Pay Teachers, YouTube, are going to be put on the back burner. However, I do love making my YouTube videos, so I'm still going to continue them. I don't know what my regular schedule is going to be and what content I'm going to post because I do budgeting and debt payoff and my weight loss journey, and I have sprinkled in a little bit about my fertility. I know many of you have asked about how it is working with Alan, to which the short answer is sign up for his app at least, and then you can see what's going on with that, or maybe do his coaching. I think he has a special now. I definitely want to share more. It's just, please know, I am back in school. I'm working towards a second master's degree, and putting my health and my fertility as a number one priority. Still making time for my family and my dog, and maybe actually cleaning my house. So there is a lot going on. So I still want to stay connected with everybody. So my videos might not come out on the same day every week. There might be weeks that I skip, but I am still here and appreciate all of you for sticking around this long. If you're still here in this video, drop a purple heart in the comments. Let me know any other questions that you have about any of the topics that I cover. Also, ask me your questions about working with Alan because I want to give an update to you guys. And don't forget to stay hydrated. I gotta go because I have to do some coursework and planning for tomorrow. So I will see you guys when I see you in the next video. All right, see ya.